Hi guys! NASA has sent dozens of missions into space over the past few decades. But behind all those achievements, there have been some strange incidents that still leave NASA scientists puzzled to this day. These incidents aren't just rumors, but were actually captured on camera, detected by instruments, or even experienced firsthand by astronauts on duty. From mysterious objects floating in Earth's orbit to strange whistling sounds heard on the far side of the moon, there are many things that, to this day, still haven't been fully explained. Here are a series of space mysteries that, until now, NASA still can't explain. At number 1, there's a mysterious object that was captured by the camera of the Columbia Space Shuttle in 1996. At that time, Columbia was carrying out the STS-80 mission, which took place from November 19 to December 7, 1996. This mission was recorded as the longest space shuttle flight of its time, covering a distance of 11.3 million kilometers orbiting the Earth. However, what keeps people talking about this mission isn't just the distance. During the journey, Columbia's camera captured 3 photos of an unidentified object floating in low Earth orbit. Its shape resembled a triangle or a cone, and interestingly, its orientation appeared to change in each photo, as if the object was slowly spinning in the emptiness of outer space. These photos had actually been stored for a long time, and were only released to the public in July 2026 through a United States government program that opened historical files related to unidentified phenomena. Until now, NASA itself admits that they don't have enough data to determine what the object actually is. It could just be debris, a chunk of ice, or insulation material that came loose from the spacecraft. But as long as there is no definite evidence, this mystery will remain unanswered. Next, there was a mysterious whistling sound heard by the Apollo 10 astronauts on the far side of the moon in 1969. In May 1969, Apollo 10 orbited the moon as a test mission before the Apollo 11 landing. As the spacecraft passed over the far side of the moon, the 3 astronauts inside heard a strange sound coming over the radio.
That is even. The sound appeared on the far side. The astronauts heard the sound coming in the island. A strange sound on the far side. The 3 astronauts heard a strange sound appear.
The sound was described as a high-pitched whistle that sounded like space music. What made it even more chilling was that this sound kept appearing for almost a full hour, right when the spacecraft was on the far side of the moon and completely cut off from communication with Earth. This audio recording was later classified as secret by NASA in 1969 at the height of the space race tensions. The file was only made public through the National Archives in 1973. And it was only fully digitized and uploaded to the internet in 2012. Interestingly, astronaut Mike Collins from Apollo 11 also admitted to hearing a similar sound while orbiting the far side of the moon, so this incident wasn't something only one crew experienced. NASA's official explanation is that it was electromagnetic interference between the 2 VHF radios in the command module and the Lunar module, which were positioned close to each other. Gene Cernan, one of the astronauts who directly heard the sound, agreed with that explanation and said that they never took the incident seriously. Next, there was a spike in methane gas detected by the Curiosity rover in Gale Crater on the planet Mars. The Curiosity rover detected periodic spikes of methane gas in Gale Crater, and sometimes the spikes could reach up to 40 times the normal level. On Earth, most methane comes from biological processes produced by living organisms. That's why the presence of methane on Mars immediately raises a big question. Are there microorganisms living beneath the surface of the red planet? What makes it even more intriguing is that methane on Mars actually shows a strange pattern. This gas appears at night and disappears as soon as daytime arrives. Its levels also keep fluctuating seasonally, rising and falling in line with the weather cycles on Mars. To find the answer, in 2024, a team of NASA researchers at the Goddard Space Flight Center revealed a possible new explanation. This methane is suspected to be trapped beneath a frozen salt crust in the Martian soil, and only escapes when the temperature rises or when the rover passes by and breaks the crust. However, the researchers themselves admit that with the current instruments, there is still no way to determine whether this methane source comes from biology or just ordinary geological processes. And until now, the source of methane on Mars remains an unanswered mystery. In fourth place, there is a mysterious cylindrical object seen by astronaut James McDevitt during the Gemini 4 mission in June 1965. When the Gemini 4 spacecraft was orbiting the Earth right above Hawaii, astronaut James McDevitt saw a white cylindrical object with a protrusion resembling an arm floating freely in outer space. He even managed to photograph and record the object directly. McDevitt described the object as a white, cylindrical thing with a long arm protruding from its side. What made it strange was that the object seemed to get closer to the Gemini 4 capsule and moved along a different path than ordinary debris. NASA itself suspected that the object was just a part of the Titan II launch rocket that had previously been used to launch Gemini 4. But McDevitt was convinced that the object was moving on a very different trajectory from typical rocket debris. Out of curiosity, McDevitt even filed an official complaint with NASA. But even after years had passed, he never received a truly satisfying answer. The photo taken by McDevitt at that time eventually became one of the most famous visual pieces of evidence in the history of UFO sightings, reported directly by astronauts. In fifth place is the WOW signal, a strong radio signal that was detected for 72 seconds and has never appeared again since then. On August 15, 1977, Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Telescope in the United States detected a strong narrowband signal from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. This signal was exactly at the 1,420 MHz frequency, which is the hydrogen line frequency of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the entire universe. Astronomer Jerry Amen only discovered this anomaly a few days later while checking the computer printout. As soon as he saw the strange signal intensity reading, he immediately circled it and wrote the word "wow" next to it, which eventually became the name of this signal until now. What made it so sensational was that the signal's intensity reached 30 standard deviations above the background noise. This means the signal was not only strong, but also very narrow and focused. Exactly the kind of characteristics you would expect if an alien civilization was trying to send a radio signal. After that, the signal was never detected again, even though repeated searches were conducted at the same location and frequency. Various hypotheses have emerged, ranging from reflections of space debris, interstellar scintillation, to hydrogen clouds from passing comets. But to this day, not a single explanation has been definitively confirmed. In sixth place, there's Oumuamua, the first object from outside the solar system detected passing through our solar system. Oumuamua was discovered on October 19, 2017 by a Canadian astronomer named Robert Warwick, using the Pan-STARRS telescope at the Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii. The name Oumuamua itself is taken from the Hawaiian language, which means scout or messenger, fitting its nature of just passing through. This object is elongated like a cigar, about 230 meters long, and when it was first observed, it was already 33 million kilometers away from Earth. What makes Oumuamua mysterious is its acceleration as it started leaving the solar system. This object experienced an unusual additional acceleration, but without showing a gas or dust tail like most comets. Because of his curiosity, a Harvard professor named Avi Loeb even suspected that Oumuamua could be an artificial object from an alien civilization. Various natural explanations have been proposed, ranging from a hydrogen iceberg, nitrogen fragments, to the push from solar radiation pressure. But because its size is too small to be observed in more detail and it's already too far away to be chased, the mystery of Oumuamua remains unsolved to this day. Those are the space mysteries that NASA still can't explain. I hope this information is useful, and see you in our next exciting video.